Over the past 12 months, GenerationOne has built a movement of over 110,000 people who are working to end the disparity between Indigenous and non-Indigenous people in Australia. While realising the employment gap between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians is a complex and multi-dimensional challenge, the clear focus of GenerationOne has, from its origin, been on creating pathways to sustainable employment through education and focused training directly tied to jobs. Employment may not change everything for Indigenous people, but without it, nothing will change. GenerationOne is developing a draft policy looking at skills and training required for sustainable employment.
Well, it's like anything, it's number one, it's you. You look yourself in the mirror and say, well, how do I get out of this hole that I'm in? Do I look at all my relations here in 20 years' time in the same crap that they're in? Or you sit and say, well, I'm going to make a change. And the only one who can do that is yourself.
Those schools that continually successfully produce kids into employment have got the right-minded school counsellors. They're looking for life beyond school for the kid, not just to keep the kid at school.
There's been a sea change, I think, in business looking at this and saying, what can we do or how do we do things, rather than it's too hard. And I think business coming in has led to more innovation. I think it's led to people looking for direct solutions. It's led to people taking more risks.
That's your workmate, and every time you've got a person like that who attaches themselves as a friend in the business, a workmate, then the chance of that Indigenous person staying, working out the rules, working out what's expected of them, all the personal issues which are terribly important because they've got a friend they can rely on, the chance of that person staying and becoming successful goes through the roof.
This policy aims to open up the dialogue between business, training organisations and communities that bring together people, simplifies pre-employment training and support and encourages all Australians to end the disparity. The aim is not to reinvent the wheel, but to help create longer-term partnerships, enable sustainable support and encourages new approach to Indigenous training that is employer-directed.
I think it's giving Aboriginal people a choice and to go into employment, to get off welfare, to turn their lives around.
Following the high-profile launch of GenerationOne in March 2010, the team and I embarked on a national roadshow across Australia, visiting communities in regional, urban and remote areas. As part of this roadshow, we talked to people on the ground about what was working in Indigenous employment and training and published these stories. GenerationOne hosted an ideas forum on creating sustainable Indigenous employment with representatives from Indigenous employment and training organisations, businesses and non-for-profit. This was broadcast live and viewed by over 1,000 supporters. We are asking all Australians to participate, especially in the support of GenerationOne, as this is your movement. Go to the GenerationOne website and download the draft policy paper and then submit your ideas or feedback via the website. Go to our website to find out more. Submit your ideas or register to attend an event. We hope you can be a part of this important journey with us.